I welcome each and every one of you back to my channel at this hour. Thank you for joining me this moment. I am really happy having you online this moment. I've come again with another interesting topic for us to discuss this evening. Whenever you are watching me from, I salute you, I greet you. I hope you have gone out and come back safely. I thank God Almighty who make it possible for us to see another new day like this, another brand day like this. I don't know your time zone now, but whichever time it is in your own area, I greet you. This evening, I want to discuss about Africa in general, with a particular reference to Nigeria, our country, my country. In Nigeria, yesterday was a new government that came into power. It's a new dawn. We have to face the reality of the things. Nigeria have a new president, and there is nothing anyone can do about it, except something else happened. Maybe the tribunal they are going decided otherwise, but as it is now, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu is the newly inaugurated president of Nigeria, which took oath of office yesterday. But that is not the issue that we have on ground this moment. The issue we have is, how are we going to move forward as a nation? How are we going to move forward as a continent? How are we going to move forward in terms of development? How are we going to move forward in terms of education, in terms of civilization, in terms of industrialization, to make sure that our continent are not lagging behind? When you look at the structure of Africans, you understand that about 20% of African leaders have interest of their citizenry in their mind or at heart. Others are looking for their selfish interests, what they will gain, what they will gain from the purse of the government, not what they will do to better the lives of citizenry, to better the life of people that they are governing. But when we sit down and continue to be talking about government, we will remain where we are. Let's talk as an individual. We as an individual, we as an Africans. All of us are having different type of opportunities to be heard or to be a leader in different capacities of life, starting from rural to urban, even to federal. We have structures in Nigeria like the local government, like the state government, like the federal government. Apart from inside local government, we have leaders of groups from town hall, from other organizations. The opportunity you have there, how did you impact good lives in the people that you are leading? You are appointed to lead. How do you make impact in their life? Because every time we sit down, we talk about government did not do this, government do not do that. Yes, they have their own. But when you have the capacity, for example, somebody appointed people who organized the election that have conducted in the past. Somebody was made leader of this ward, leader of this. How did you perform in your own area? What is your own contribution? You as a local government chairman, local government councillor, what impact, that opportunity you have as a leader, how did you use it to serve your people? Because we must start from the grassroots before we start going up. It's not the matter of ethnicity. It's not a matter of tribalism. It's not a matter of where you come from. This thing does not matter as it is now, because we all have to come together to build our continent, to build our various countries, so that there will be no too much dependence on Western world to survive. There will be no too much dependence on exodus of Africans from Africa to other parts of the world. Because when you look at it very, very well, those people outside there are not coming to our countries or continent to settle down the way we are moving out from our own countries, coming to here to settle down. That is because there is what is called lack of coordination, lack of trust, lack of understanding, and what I called wickedness, greediness on the part of those who are entrusted to lead our people. This also includes the church leaders, the parents, those men in authority. They are parents, just like you and I. They have children. They have grandchildren. They know that there's a place called a country where they come from. Majority of them are coming to Western world to see how things is being organized, how things is being run. But sometimes, I don't know what I will call it, but that is why I target greediness. I cannot say if they did not have the education. They have the education because majority of them schooled abroad. But when they have the opportunity to have the power, they misuse the power. They feel that they're on top. But one thing is certain, we should not forget that no matter the kind of money you make in this world, you use resources of your nation to develop your own house, as your own business, as you put it in your own pocket. Someday you will leave those things and leave this world. Those money will be there, those properties will be there, you will gone. Then another person will take over from that particular place where you left. And the thing continue growing like this. It's not going to help us. As new government were inaugurated yesterday, while we are waiting for maybe an otherwise, we need to rally down. Start from our local government, from our grassroots. Because when you begin to develop your area, your president will not tell you not to develop it because he is the president. As I understand, there are money that are given from the federal government to the state government, down to the local government. You as a local government chairman, you as a councillors that are managing the local government, you as a governor who is in charge of your state, you are in charge of your state. Maybe there are certain things you cannot do, but there are certain things you can actually do. How do you do it? How do you perform? When they bring out your scorecard, how many do you think you can score yourself? Or how many do you think that people will score you? These are the things we need to know. We need to discuss. Before talking about the federal, there are ones in the local government, in the state government. For example, let's say that you have a filling station. Then you stock fuel and there's scarcity of fuel. And you have this filling station where your people are living. Now the same tribe, the same language you speak, the same people, they are kinsmen. How do you help them? You didn't help them. Rather, you inflicted the price, or in the name that maybe there's a little scarcity. You don't want the ordinary man, ordinary citizen to buy, to have access to that commodity. You inflicted it. Any small opportunity is an opportunity for all of us to make money. This is an opportunity, so you better grab it. So when you have that kind of language, what do you expect your president, your governor, your local government chairman to do? So it's also an opportunity for them to also reap the economy of the country. So it started from us. It started with us. The thing that is eating us is inside us. It is we that is the cause of our problems. Opportunity, you have to be a bank manager. You see it as an opportunity to enrich yourself. Opportunity you have to be maybe a pastor in a local church. You see it as an opportunity to be eating food Yeah, where a person work is where he's eating food. I'm not disputing it. But there are limits to some certain things in life. There are things you wanted to do, but because of the fear of God you have, you will not do it for the interest of people that are following you, that you are leading. We must show example because we all are fathers. We must show example. The example must start from your home. Because when you come to Africa, we have a lot of motivational speakers who can speak. Even the opposition can speak. But when given that authority, when given that power, okay, come and perform all those things that you have been saying since all this while. Stories will begin. But I believe that something is starting one day. It does not matter that this at the way we are doing something does not make it to be the truth or does not make it to be the original. This is how it has been happening. This is how it is being. Does not make anything to be truth. When we look at the system of things in Africa, we are not getting it right at all. And those people know that we are not getting it right at all. That is why they don't want to leave that power to people who have the experience and the capacity to come in, because they are all afraid that their evil deed will be exposed. But we need to keep on fighting, keep on moving without fear. I believe that someday we will get it right. We will make our country and our continent one of the best places to live in the surface of this earth. We don't need to lose hope. No matter how corrupt a government is, we the citizenry, we that they are governing, we must have this hope in us that God will not come from heaven to come and fix our country for us. He will not come from heaven to come and give us leader. It is we that we said no. This is what we want, and we go for what we want, hoping that someday we will get it and believing. Because when you have something you did not believe that thing will come to pass, the moment you begin to have doubt that this thing is not possible, it is how it used to be, that means that thing will not work. But when you believe that thing that they normally said and this is how it used to be, it is not how it used to be, that things need to change, that thing will change. You begin to see us getting it right, both in the election, both in anything. We will not be doing nomination of person to rule, instead of going to an election to vote to elect or select a leader who the public genuinely voted that will lead them. It is better we vote that person, elect that person, let that person be the one that disappointed the masses. The masses will also come out to say, no, we did not elect you to do this. This is what we elected you for you to do for us, and you have to do it. That is how it's being run in a civilized society. So that they have been doing it, that they have been there, that they are the one that have this. I don't think they have that experience. What they have is the ability to steal the thing that belongs to the country. They know the system, how they will distribute it. They know the system, how it works in what they call honorarium. So you see them, you take your own, you go. But this time around, I believe that we will get it right. And the beginning of getting it right is here. It has come. All we need to do is for us to work together. In any way you have the capacity or the ability to serve your people, whether in local, whether in state, whether in federal, we have to bring our best. From that local, people are seeing you. The good things you are doing, people are seeing you. You will one day see yourself at the top. And when you reach at that top, keep that good work which you have started from the local up to the federal. And you will see that the whole country, the whole nation will support you. We talk about you. There are leaders who have ruled and left the seat. People are still talking good of them up to today. So what legacy are you going to leave? That place is not going to be your permanent place. As long as I'm concerned in this world, every human being have one permanent place. And that is cemetery. That is where everybody have permanent place. Whether the kind of mansion you build, the kind of money you acquired, the kind of power you acquired. One day you will leave this earth and go retire in that particular place, or maybe a grave in your house, they put the person there and cover. Let us all have this thing in our mind, knowing that all these things are vanities upon vanities. When you have the opportunity, make good use of that opportunity to give quality life to your people. Give quality life to your country. Make an impact in somebody's life by providing amenities for them, providing things that's supposed to be like education, like good health, hospitals, healthcare. Make insurance for them. Make everything look so easy. So if somebody who retired from work and able to relax in a small bungalow, in a small apartment, in a small house or home, he or she can able to acquire or put in place to rest on the day he completed his assignment on this earth and leave. What are we dragging for? What are we fighting for? All this money they are dragging to acquire, and the power they are dragging to acquire will someday end. But the world will continue. People will continue, because when you go, other people are still there to continue. But when we keep a legacy, when we keep a good track record, other people that are coming will follow suit, because it has become something that we use our hand to change, not what our forefathers put in place that is no longer favoring us, but we have to use our hand to bring out a system which we have learned or seen working in other countries, bring it into our country, irrespective of tribe, irrespective of color, irrespective of state or where you come from. We all are one. What we all are carrying is Nigerian passport, or maybe you are carrying a Guinean passport, or maybe you carry Togo passport. What you carry is your own passport. This person didn't carry another one. No, even if you acquire other citizens somewhere, you have a place where you come from, and you genuinely tell yourself, this is where I come from. So that is the thing. The earlier the better. We face the fact and march on. For when we start dragging all these things, the economy is grounded, business is grounded, education is grounded. There are people who are entrusted to be the lecturers, the professors in school. They are the one that also spoiling the school system, not the president, not the governor, not the local government chairman. You have opportunity in your area, you have opportunity in this field, make impact on it. It's high time we say no to corruption. It's high time we say no to bribery. It's high time we say no to all forms of malpractices. Anything that will not benefit or bring the name of our country outside as a good thing, let us desist from it, for it didn't help, and it cannot help, and have never helped any nation to develop, both in physically and the human resources. It have never helped any country. So I want to bring this topic for us this night to take the youths, especially in Nigeria. We have a lot of work to do. Africans, we have a lot of work to do. I was watching one video the other day where I saw, I don't know whether that video is actually true, where the French president were apologizing to African French colonized nations about something that was done to them during colonial eras. If it is good, it's a welcome development. The problem in life is somebody who come out to publicly tell you that he or she is sorry for what he or she did to you. As he have apologized, if he left for you to say, okay, I forgive you, and you march forward, you march on, you move on in life. We don't dwell in the past. Past have gone. The Bible says, behold, all things becoming new. Let us look for tomorrow. Because tomorrow have a better things for us than yesterday. Yesterday has gone. So if it is true that he apologizes to African nations that were colonized by French, it's a welcome development. We need to start it from there. Then if there's any compensation that they need to pay it. Yeah, to compensate, because there are a lot of things that were taken away which if we were not taken away, we also help the country to be able to develop as they are. Yes, I welcome it. I applaud him if he did so. I applaud him for the courage he had to make such speech. So that is what an African should be thinking of now, how to develop their human capital, how to develop their resources, how to bring out the best in them, not in negative side, but in positive side. Project your country, project your continent, give them good name, bring that good image, which the world know African for. African are known as brilliant people. But what we lack is somebody who will be at the helm of the affairs to pilot the government, to lead us, and you will see that we will get it right. And we all will begin to enjoy ourselves instead of living in a harsh climate condition. Snows, heavy snows. We have the best weather in the whole world. So my sisters and my brothers, let us go back to drawing board and tell ourselves the truth. Let us stop apportioning blames to people who have ruled in the past. They have gone. Their era have gone. Let us start a new beginning. Let us start a new Africa. Let us start a new nations in Africa. Let us unite together to build our continent. Let us unite together to build our countries. Let us unite together to make our country strong. Make your passport strong. Make your currency strong. Make your economy strong. We cannot continue depending on borrowing from around the world, borrowing and distributing it among ourselves. We borrow, yes, but we use it to develop our country, to give jobs, to fund education, to build good roads, to build industries, employ the youths who are coming out from universities, from secondary school, from high school, from colleges, who cannot be able to continue furthering their education, but they will have something doing. That is the tax I'm giving to a new government that are coming in. Nigerians have suffered a lot for these past years. We have seen it all. And I know that nobody wants to see what we saw last decade. It's a horrible thing. It's a terrible thing. So we don't want to continue like that. Whether it is the one that was inaugurated yesterday or a new one that will come, whichever way, let us have the interest of the people. Let us put it first. For they elected you there to be their servant, not to be their colonial master. They are not slaves. They are citizens like you. You were once like them, but to have the opportunity to be at the helm of affairs does not give you the right, does not give you the authority to intimidate an ordinary man, an ordinary woman on the street because you're a governor, because you're a president, because you're a local government chairman. Remember, it doesn't last for long. Maybe 4 years, you come down. Another person will be there. But let us leave a legacy. Let us make it, this is how we want it to be. When you come down, everybody will be proud of you. Just as I am proud of Barack Obama. 8 years he ruled America. Personally, I am proud of him. Everybody have his or her own shortcomings, but I'm proud of him. He's an African who migrated in America and ruled America for 8 years. The Prime Minister of Britain is not from Britain. He's from India, who naturalized in UK. Today is the Prime Minister. These are foreigners. If they can do this thing, yes, we also can do it. For Nigeria, for example, have produced quality doctors, professors that are making good names abroad. What will make those people not to be at the helm of affairs in Nigeria? What are those old men are still looking in the government house? I'm not the one that will decide that. It is we that will use our electoral process to decide that. But we have seen what happened. Everybody is claiming the election was rigged. It was not, he's not supposed to be the president, this and that. But these things have gone. Let us march forward until otherwise happen. But as otherwise have not happened, we have no choice than to start to build a new Nigeria, than to start to build a new Africa. Remember, if Nigeria fell, it will affect the whole Africa as a nation. Let us not fail so that we will not disappoint our neighbors, our brothers, who are looking unto us, because we have the big market in Africa where everybody can depend upon. Let that dream of that giant of Africa, let it not just die, but let us continue to carry out that prestige and that name which we have acquired for ourselves in the past, that the heroes, the level of our hero past shall not be in vain. These are one of the things that we all have in our heart when we are growing. We used to use it to sing the pledge or the national anthem. Let the level of our hero past, let it not be in vain. Make yourself a name, a good legacy, so that when history is being read in school or read in school, your name will appear there every time they call your name of your country. They must mention your name. As when we sit down today talking about history of Nigeria, we cannot talk without mentioning Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Cannot mention without talking about Usman Danfodio. We are not talking about Ahmad Bello, talking about the Sultan of Sokoto. Those are people who their name has been in the history book. So you, what impact do you make to make sure that your country name is being projected all over the whole world as a good nation? These are things we need to talk about. Talk about how we move forward in education, as I said before, in agriculture, in health, industries and factories, so we can give job opportunity to our citizenry to make everybody happy. By so doing, everybody will be happy with each one. So I want to thank you for finding your time to join us this moment, this hour. Please, if your first time you are coming to our channel, I want you to just subscribe to our channel, because we have a lot of things to talk on this station. Encourage us, share our video, like it, so YouTube will recognize us the more to bring the best out of us. I wish you all the best, and God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.